In today's video, we're going to talk about how we can use AI, specifically ChatGPT, to help us to learn English. We haven't actually talked about AI on the channel before. It has been the biggest revolution in the past 2 years, I'm sure. And it has changed how we do things so much. It's kind of strange to think about how we didn't have it before. It's become such a normal part of our day-to-day lives. So obviously everyone is talking about the disadvantages of using ChatGPT, but today I'm going to be a bit more positive and talk about the ways how you could use ChatGPT to learn English. Because if you're listening to this, you are definitely learning English. I have made a list of notes that I have taken. However, before actually filming this video, I looked on ChatGPT, effective ways to use ChatGPT to learn English. And it has given me some ideas that I hadn't even thought of before. Like phonetic transcriptions. But we'll see about that later. My favorite way to use ChatGPT for learning languages and teaching languages is for vocabulary lists. So it's a great idea to learn words by topic. I know that some people like to learn words by letters, so they might learn 10 words that begin with A. But I believe that it's a lot easier to learn words by topic because then you connect them in your brain and it's easier to think of these words when you're having a conversation because you relate it to that topic. For example, you could do a challenge in which you could learn 10 words per day about different topics. For example, the first day could be social media, then types of materials in English, clothes, the weather, prepositions, all types of things. And the only thing that you need to do is to tell ChatGPT to make a 30-day challenge in which you are going to learn 5 words about different topics each day. It can even give you an example of how this word is used in context. Another way that I like to use it is to correct essays. So if you have written a text, you can tell ChatGPT to correct it for you. And you can even say, please improve this text for me. And it improves the level. So maybe if you're writing a text at a B1 level and you want to learn new expressions or new linking words to enhance your essay, then it can help you as well. You can also do this with sentences. So if you write a sentence and say, why is this correct? Then it will tell you why it's incorrect and will even show you the theory. When I'm learning languages, I like to read and listen to basic conversations in that language and real life situations. So I like to simulate conversations, like what would I ask for at a restaurant, or what would I have to ask for at an airport, for example. Because in the end, those are the expressions that I'm going to use when I travel to another country. And ChatGPT is great for this. You can say, please write a basic conversation of 2 people at a restaurant. If you want the level of English to be lower, like A1 or A2, then I recommend writing in easy English rather than a low level, because sometimes when I have written low level, it thinks that I mean informal, and it uses a lot of informal words and expressions and slang, but that's not really what you're looking for. You can also create exercises with it. So if at school or just in your free time, because you're learning English because you want to, you're learning about conditionals, you can ask ChatGPT to create some sentences for you, and it creates them and also gives you the answers for you to check later on. Sometimes you do have to be careful with this, because I've seen that it has created sentences which weren't grammatically correct. So I would definitely check the answers to make sure that they are what you're asking for. So if you have asked for conditionals, make sure that the answers are conditionals. Another way you can use it is to summarize articles. So if you enjoy reading the news in English, but it's too difficult, like you go onto BBC News and it's too difficult for you to read because the level of English is too high, then you can go on ChatGPT and ask it to summarize it and make it easier for you in a simpler English. Then you can even ask it to make questions about the text to check your comprehension skills, to see whether you have understood it or not. It's also great for learning antonyms and synonyms. Synonyms are the words that mean the same, and antonyms are the words that mean the opposite. So, for example, hot and cold. So you can ask ChatGPT to write a list of synonyms and antonyms for you to learn. You can even ask it to make a printable checklist or a personalized plan for you, so that you can do a 30-day challenge and tick the words off as you learn them. And lastly, if you have an exam, you can ask it to make a test for you, and you can print it off and check the answers afterwards. In the beginning of the video, I said that it gave me an idea that I had never thought about before, which was the phonetic transcriptions. Basically, when you read a word and you don't know how to pronounce it, you can type it in Google or look it up in the dictionary, and you can see the phonetic transcription. So if you learn some of the basic symbols in English, you would know how to pronounce the word without going onto the online dictionary or onto Google Translate and pressing the play button to hear it out loud. Most of the symbols in English are the same if they are consonants, so they are the same as the normal letter. For example, the P looks like a P, the T looks like a T. But the difficult ones and the most important ones are the vowels, and it could be interesting to learn them to understand why sometimes the letter A, for example, is A, like in cat, R, like in car, or A like in cake. If you learn the basic phonetic symbols, then it's a lot easier to know how to read a word correctly. Let me know if you would like me to make a video about the phonetic symbols that we have in English. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.